Welcome to Daily Armour. Today I'm in Galatians chapter 6, looking at verse number 10. Galatians chapter 6 and verse number 10. I'm having a little trouble with my eyes this morning, so I'm going to have to use my glasses. I know it's going to cause the glare, so I just apologize in advance for that. It says, "As we have therefore opportunity, let us do good unto all men, especially unto them who are of the household of faith." As we therefore have opportunity. Sometimes we don't have the opportunity. Sometimes, it doesn't come up to us. It doesn't find us in the nick of time. It doesn't. We hear about it later, or too late, or other things. Other things. Cause us to not have the opportunity. It's not always that you don't want to. There's so many things I want to do, and I'm waiting for an opportunity. I'm waiting for the timing to be right. That's what opportunity means. It's the occasion, the proper time. I like this definition. Let me get my glasses out. When things are brought into crisis, sometimes everything else has to stop, and you will have the opportunity to handle it because it becomes a crisis. And as you know, and I know, we've all experienced this. It's like you didn't have time before, but now you have to make time for it. The opportunity has presented itself. It's in your face. You have the time. The time the occasion has been brought to, into time. As we have therefore opportunity. Like I said, I don't always have the opportunity. I don't always get to do a lot of things that I want to. And I used to think that was bad, but I know that God is in control. If I don't have the opportunity, I'm not the only one that's able. If you don't get the opportunity, you're not the only one that's able. Maybe that you're good with a certain skill. Well, somebody else is good at it too. We all have, a variety of things that we are able to do. Whether it's, physical labor, whether it's, you're artistically talented, or you have the ability to teach, or to, you're good at math or something. There's all these things that when we're given an opportunity, what are we to do with it? Now, if we're given an opportunity, if the opportunity presents itself and you can say, well, I can do that, then what are we to do? It says, let us do good. Let us do good. What does good mean? Good means that it's something beneficial. You're not causing harm. You're not, making a bad situation worse, but you're being something that is beneficial. You're not causing a burden, but you are trying to be useful and relieve a burden unto all men. That word all, that word includes everybody, whether you want to or not, whether you like that person or not, whether they are that you believe the same way or not, whether you will vote the same way or not, whether you are related or not. It just means to all men. That's everyone included. Why? Because Jesus set that best example. God said that he came for the whosoever. He said, whosoever shall call upon the name of the Lord shall be saved. That person is anybody. That is including all men. And this men is not just for the guys. This is mankind. All mankind. Every woman, every child, every boy, every girl, everybody. Especially, when you're given the opportunity, and especially that means that it is of a greater degree. It means chiefly, and I can't quite see this other word I wrote down. Most of all, unto them who are of the household of faith. Now, when you think about your household, my household is those that live in my home. That is my household. When we're talking about the household of faith, that's God's household. So that means that especially We should take care of those. We should do our part. I can't meet every need. You can't meet every need. But if we're all doing a little here and a little there, and we're all doing what we can do, what opportunity we are given, then God is, He's the one putting all that together. He's the one in control. He's also the one going to be getting credit for it. That's how He takes care of His family. He is taking care of us. And we are looking, because He tells us to love one another, to look after one another, to do good unto one another, to do good unto all men. He's not saying play favorites. Do good to all men as you're given opportunity. But especially those in your household, you kind of know about some needs before others do. Maybe, there's some things, outside of church that I don't always know about. I don't maybe know, somebody that's just had their house burnt down, or somebody that just got flooded out, or that person that experienced that mudslide. But I may get to hear about them through the household of faith, through my household. And then as things happen in the household, in our homes, in our churches, we know firsthand, hey, I see that one struggling because I'm with that person pretty often. I'm around that person I know that person, something's going on. They might need a little bit of assistance. I know they're having doing a big test. I know they're going through, they'll be going through surgery, or they're having a treatment, or they just had this unexpected whatever happen. And we can do, just look for opportunities. We have to look for them sometimes. They don't always present themselves obvious, but if we're looking for the opportunity and then the opportunity presents itself, you can offer and you can try to be of a benefit, but you have to understand that it may already be taken care of, that somebody else may have already gotten to it, that what's needed isn't what you think is needed, and let them tell us what they need, what's beneficial, and don't be a burden. When somebody has a need, we can't just go dump all this stuff on them, and then then we're just like, oh my goodness, what do I do now? They may be too overwhelmed to handle what you are wanting to offer. Let them tell us what they need, what is beneficial, what would be helpful, what would be useful. That's how it can be something good that we can do for somebody else. I find too that when I'm doing good for somebody else, I'm taking my mind off of my own problems, my own issues, my own selfishness, my own distractions, and I'm placing that on trying to help out somebody else. So when we get those opportunities, and I know they don't come up, like all the time, but and I know I can't meet every need, and you can't meet every need, but God's got us all. He's telling us all to do this. That way, everybody is doing their little part, and nobody has to even get overwhelmed, but we can all work together as one big household of faith, which means one big happy family. Thank you for joining me. I look forward to seeing you again soon.